It took South Carolina State and Coach Buddy Pugh 7 seasons before they could win a MEAC championship, but with the title resting in Orangeburg, if you believe the rest of the conference's coaching brethren, the championship will stay in South Carolina. I'm Mark Gray. Welcome to MEAC Football Media Day here in Newport News, Virginia, where if you believe the rest of the MEAC coaches, it's the year of the repeat if you're a fan of the Bulldogs. Stay with us. The HBCU Sports Nation is next. As the coaches made their way to Newport News, Virginia for the kickoff to the 2009 MEAC football campaign, it's clear everybody seems to think that South Carolina State is the team to beat coming back this season. But of course, when you're returning the top offensive player in the conference in Will Ford, and Buddy Pugh being a veteran of big wins and knowing how to go back-to-back, you can understand why that folks are cautiously optimistic down in Orangeburg for the prospects of a repeat. But Coach Pugh is doing anything but guaranteeing that his team will finish on top at the end of the 2009 campaign.
We're pretty good in both sides with the skill. Our quarterbacks and running backs are pretty good. Our secondary and linebackers are all back and pretty good. We just got to figure out how to get those up front guys going again.
And in his second year at the helm of the Florida A&M program, Coach Joe Taylor is hoping to bring the same type of success to Florida that he had here in Hampton Roads.
This is nothing new for FAMU, you know. Bob Hayes goes into the Hall of Fame on August 8th from FAMU. The great years under Jake Gaither, Billy Joe. The expectation is that you do well. And I'm telling them they are in a great situation because people expect greatness from you. Because you don't ever want to be in a place where people don't expect much.
Taylor's old team, the Pirates of Hampton University, come in as the 3rd pick in the conference this year. They do have a very talented quarterback in Jed Bynes, and skill players are never a problem down in this beautiful part of the country. But Donovan Rhodes is a first-year head coach. He's never had to be the guy that was charged with the task of game planning, making the halftime adjustments, and most of all, motivating his team. But it is a wonderful opportunity for the first-year head coach to take the reins of a program that he graduated from.
When I first got the job, the first thing I did, I wanted to bring back history of Hampton. So I went back to the archive. I wanted to go back and find pictures and where we were back in the 1800s. So anybody come by office, you can see. I've got pictures up there with guys with no face masks, that are 50s, 60s, 70s. My own person doing it, I want players to know where they came from, so they know where they're born. And I definitely understand history. I've been in Hampton all my life. Graduated in 79, to my age. Went out and did some other things, came back.
Known more for his sartorial splendor, Coach Alvin White at Bethune-Cookman is a man who has fashioned one of the more explosive offenses in America. The wide bone has a trigger man and very talented players on the defensive side of the ball as well. And if there's one thing that is always for certain, you can expect speed and physicality for a Wildcat team that hopes to be playing for a championship in their season finale against Florida A&M in the Florida Classic if the injury bug doesn't bite them. Norfolk State figures to be a solid team as well. One thing you can bank on with that program is they're going to play defense. Coach Pete Adrian, in his 30th season of fashioning some of the toughest defenses in America, knows that his defense can make big plays. And if he can shorten the field for an offensive unit that struggled down the stretch just a little bit, Norfolk State could hoist their first conference championship since joining the MEAC. In Baltimore, Donald Hill-Ealy and the Morgan State Bears have arguably had the most pro talent of anybody in the conference over the last half-decade, but they haven't been able to finish on top. However, with preseason all-conference performer Devin James in the backfield, if the Bears can find themselves some consistency at the quarterback position, Hill-Ealy thinks that this could be the time where Morgan finally turns the corner to get back on top, and he can join Todd Bozeman as a MEAC championship-winning coach.
You shouldn't be able to lose a quarterback and that ends your season. No one player should cause a program to lose a season. But there comes the depth. So we had to address the situation that we needed depth in every area, that we won't say that our chances lied in one player. And unfortunately, you you can move a lot of people to a lot of different positions, but you can't move people to the quarterback position. And that means we have to put depth in that position that there's no drop off if something is to happen.
Delaware State is picked to finish 7th in the conference this season. Only 2 years removed from winning a championship, Coach Al Levan is looking to get better at the quarterback position, more consistency from his skilled players, and the defense has to turn the corner if they're going to play amongst the MEAC's elite. So as we get set for the 2009 football season, South Carolina State comes in with the bullseye on their back. And the question is, can the Bulldogs handle playing with the bullseye on them? From MEAC Football Media Day in Newport News, Virginia, I'm Mark Gray for the Black College Sports Nation.